So, Tadhg. There we go. Can you see Tadhg okay?
Yep.
Okay. So, Tadhg is now on the flotilla.
Hmm.
I did have concerns that he wouldn't make it on the flotilla, that he may have been bumped. I did see there was upper echelon people coming on, people even more famous than Tadhg, and even some people, there's rumours, even more famous than County Gaines were on the flotilla. So I thought they might have bumped Tadhg altogether, but no, they didn't. He is part of the flotilla. An oversight on my behalf and an insight into my knowledge. I forgot that a flotilla is actually more than one boat. So I just thought there would be one boat and everybody would pile on the boat and they would be rowing slowly towards international waters. But no, there's a series of boats. So I believe Tadhg is on the support boat, one of the support boats with the legal team. And he's one of the very few people that's actually broadcasting from the flotilla. Because we were thinking the other day, like, geez, I wonder if there's a live stream of the flotilla. And then I was kind of fantasizing about, Tadhg being, seasick all the time. I think I got it into my head that he suffers from seasickness, but I don't think he does. I think a fantasy just bled over into reality in my mind, and I made a fantasy reality. But in any event, he's now in Barcelona, so they've set sails to international waters.
All right.
Where they will meet up at some stage with the Israeli forces, I imagine. I don't know what will happen, but the last time, isn't that what happened like that?
Yeah.
Israeli boarded the boats and then gave them sandwiches.
Yeah.
Sent them home.
Treated them awfully nice. And wasn't there a picture of what's her name? She's on it again.
Greta.
The first time, right? She was walking away, being escorted, and she held her wrists in such a way that it looked like she had cuffs on, but
All
she
right.
didn't actually have cuffs on.
All right.
Yeah, it's theater.
Hi guys, thought I'd give you a little update on the first couple of days on the boat. One of my first observations, I suppose, is that everyone on my boat is really lovely.
This is like your man Gareth Noon, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
delicious. So everyone on the boat's lovely. All right, that's
We're
great.
all on top of each other. It's difficult to sleep. A lot of snoring going on. There was a storm last night, so things are kind of thrashing about. But getting on really great with everyone. It's kind of
yes, I'm pressed next to that.
like Celebrity Big Brother, except everyone's an anti-imperialist and is really, really nice.
What is going on with this cunt's mouth? Like, every time it's covered in these lesions. Like, was that scurvy? Is it like he's been at sea for like 10 minutes and he instantly has scurvy? Like,
that's how already depleted he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's eating raw fish.
It could just yuck. It could just be straight up fucking candida from alcoholism,
Yeah, baby. Like, holy crap.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Fuck me.
I know. We see if we can get off that frame.
And you don't end up being killed by the Nazis of the 21st century at the end.
All right, doesn't take long. Like it's not even half a minute into it without mentioning the fucking Nazis. So far it's a Big Brother-like experience, except it's with people who are really sound and are anti-imperialist and don't like Nazis, apparently.
Joking, that's not going to happen. Everyone's going to come home safe and sound, because why wouldn't they? We're not doing anything illegal. We're going to be in international waters. Now, the other thing I'd like to say is talking to some of the beautiful...
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, you're going into a nation's sovereign territory. You're not going to be in, like, unless you know already that you're not going to make it that far, that you're going to be intercepted by the Israelis in international waters.
Yeah. So of course, like it's like you said, it's theater. Like, so they know they'll get to international waters, then they'll be faced by an Israeli vessel, and then they'll have to go back, and that's really it. And then, if the purpose is to make the Israelis look bad, it doesn't make them look bad when they just board your boat and they're nice and they give you sandwiches and make sure you're okay. Of course, they're going to be on their best fucking behavior. You're not going to like pile on, and start beating the shit out of people on the deck, like. And
no, they only do that to Jews in Israel who are protesting them. Yeah,
when no one's looking,
So
come on.
Put Jews in cages and shit. Yeah. So totally, yeah. Israel, yeah, totally pro fucking Jew. That country is, yeah.
Many of them are of color, and they have been
Oh, so we missed a bit. So he's now
okay.
telling us about the people on the boat.
Okay.
Oh God.
Right.
beautiful, brilliant people on my boat. Many of them are of color, and they have been describing the subtle and the more overt types of racism that they deal with.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It's just electric stuff.
Yeah, that can you imagine? Stuck on a fucking boat at sea for
Oh god.
days with these people. You can't escape him. He's probably the only white dude on the boat. And so they're all below deck or sharing a meal or whatever fuck it is they do on the boat. But eventually they have to start talking about the world. And then Tadhg is regaling them with tales of, you know, his resistance and his acts against the oppressor. And then starts talking about, well, I've been to, you know, Lebanon. I was there at Nasrallah's funeral. I was chanting death to Israel. And then everyone else kind of was, hang on a minute, who the fuck is this white guy, this cis white male, you know, appropriating the suffering of Palestinians for his own benefit. So they've checked his privilege fucking instantly. And they've let it be known to him that, hang on a minute, like, this isn't yours to own. Like, you can be an ally on the fringes, but given that you're not a person of color, you know, hallowed be thy name. I only wish I had more pigment, so I could be a full human being, you know. But we don't, you know. We were created in a cave by Jacob some 6,000 years ago, or whatever the fuck his name was, from the Nation of Islam. There's not much we can do. And so, yeah, trapped on a boat with these fucking people. But I think he's been enlightened anyway.
Every day. And I'd like to think of myself as an anti-racist, but because I suppose I've never experienced any of that stuff, I don't naturally think about it. I don't think about what other people are going through, and I don't think about people of colour's perspective on Palestine being quite different to mine. It's more
Wait, why? I thought you were joking. This is incredible. Why does it fucking matter?
I know, right? Boy, who would live their life like that? Like, every time you see a person of color, you're supposed to stop and reflect and think,
You know what this is? This is fucking Scientology or something. Some wacko cult where like everything is in a fucking spreadsheet and mechanical. Like what? The non-white people's opinions on Palestine? Like, shouldn't that not fucking matter? Shouldn't we all kind of come to the same fucking conclusion through the same fucking means? Hey, let's not just fucking murder a bunch of people because we want rid of them. But no, it has to be through the lens of the thicky. Fuck you.
And this might be the best thing that's ever happened to Tadhg. Like,
Yeah, he might actually, you know, think for a fucking change.
yeah, there's only two ways he could. He's going to come back, like, just beyond help. He's going to be so broken by these people that nobody. He's essentially a Manchurian candidate when he comes back.
Yeah.
So he comes back as a Manchurian candidate, or it's a whole new fucking Tadhg Hickey who's, you know, come to the realization this
Red
is fucking
pilled.
exactly based Tadhg.
Yeah.
We've seen glimpses of him in the past. You know, fucking puts on 80 pounds, gets in touch with County Gaines, puts him on a program, becomes based as fuck.
Yeah, this might, yeah, you're right. This could be his redemption. He's at a crossroads now, or not a crossroads, but a fork in the road in his life, you know. Every little thing matters in your life. It just fans out in a wave of causality. And this could be a change for him. He's already been kicked out of his little, you know, brainchild project of a comedy series of something, or it was all very vague. But other people because they're superior to him. Women
Yeah.
and Spaniards, I guess,
Yeah. Well,
came in and took it from him.
yeah. He's being he's like almost on a weekly basis. He's being replaced. So, we have the worry of population replacement here. Tadhg is being replaced weekly by women of color. Now he's on the boat with possibly 20 other people of color. He can never be a part of that selection of people. It's just physically not possible. And I'd imagine that it didn't just end there. Those people saying, hey, let's have a rational conversation about why I feel things more deeply because of the pigmentation levels in my body versus someone like the pigmentally deficient Tadhg over here. But they just pick at him continuously for however long it is they're on that boat, 10 fucking days or whatever.
Yeah, it's
And
like oh fuck, what do you call that? That where they get you in a room and they fucking challenge you over and over
like the
again.
struggle session,
Yeah, there you go. It's a
yeah,
struggle session on a boat.
yeah,
It's exactly the fucking. Sorry, my Scientology analogy is actually genius because they have a boat that they put people on and just fucking pummel them with
yeah.
exhaustion, deprivation of food, and weird rituals that you must be like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at him, it does have the air of a hostage video about it, doesn't it? um, yeah, like they'll have him taking a knee to each and every one of them, they put him in the center of the deck and everyone will surround him in a circle and he has to take a knee to each individual and confess one time he's been racist to each one of them. Just so they'll feed him on the boat, because they'll throw him fucking overboard,
much more personal for them. So, whilst for me it might have been something that would have been born out of an interest in geopolitics and solidarity for perhaps the resistance movements of Ireland and the resistance movements of Palestine, for them it's probably all that and so much more because they truly identify with that kind of racial bias that.
Wait, hang on. So they're racists?
Yes, pretty fucking much, and it's okay for them to be racists.
Wow.
Because they're, people of color. It's just not okay for white people to be racist or for him to be racist, but it's okay for him to suffer racism it's mental. It's Stockholm syndrome.
That's incredible. I mean, if this doesn't at least plant a seed, he's gone. Like he's destined for hell. Like there's no redeeming a soul after the truth has been borne out in front of someone's face.
Yeah, he's saying he's lost at sea.
Yeah, life has its metaphors.
Underpins all toxic ideologies like Zionism. My second observation, which I suppose is more of a validation of what I would have already thought in many ways, is that when you spend time on one of these boats with the people, more importantly, that you're sharing the experience with, you see just how unbelievably cynical and way off the mark the kind of propaganda that you hear against people who do these types of missions. So the first one we hear is that we're Hamas and we're coming with guns. Now,
I haven't heard that anywhere.
No, I mean maybe on like the IDF's fucking Twitter page or something, or in the fucking kibbutz of Israel itself,
Yeah.
But like nowhere in the West. I mean, not even like even not even Trump. There's APAC or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Connections would say that.
Yeah, nobody would fucking say that. I think most people would just go would react. That noise you just made there. That's the way most people would react when they hear that. Like, well, did you hear there's another flotilla to Gaza? Like my boat, it would just go. Because everyone knows it's a fucking futile act. It's they're blowing smoke up their own asses.
Yeah.
making it about Greta, and everyone knows it's not going to have any effect on any fucking thing at all. But certainly not. I think they're smuggling weapons. Yeah, that's the best way to smuggle weapons. Have this really public PR campaign about when you're going, what time you're going, who's on the boat, and then just to throw them off the scent, throw smuggle guns in there instead of food, because they've been expecting food. They'll just get on the boat, look around, see weapons. Yep, no food on this boat. Let it through.
yeah, because a hungry man can't carry a carbine rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm more convinced now. This is projection, right? This cynical thing is this fucking pantomime here. What you do, right, is you do a whip around of all the countries and say, look, we're not going to do this fucking thing like a dozen times, like for some kind of fucking. This is the gala for the left, a red carpet fucking experience. But just once, we do it once, and we plan it carefully, and we coordinate like 1,000 fucking boats, and then make them stop 1,000 boats carrying loads of fucking food. How about that? But no, that would actually, do something.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, you have to be willing to sacrifice your life if you've any chance of really making any sort of impression at all. That's what it takes. That's not to say there's nothing in doing something like that, but if you were genuinely serious about making a change with something like that, you would have to do something like you said, 1,000 boats.
Yeah.
And everybody on the boat willing, maybe not to engage in war, but willing to honestly say, there's a chance I could lose my fucking life here. Yeah. But it's for the bigger goal. And if, Tadhg was to lose his life to save Gaza, I think that's a price we're all willing to pay. I know I am. I would happily sacrifice him in a minute.
I'd join a 1,000-boat flotilla.
There you go.
I would. You know why? Because I actually have faith in my fucking fellow human beings that they'll return the favor when we really need it. Just like, back in the civil rights era, the IRA, they did exchange programs with other, revolutionary groups around the world. Solidarity is a thing. I know that, people here have a fucking, what do you call it? Like an allergy to, anything remotely left wing. But, maybe we could all work together,
Maybe. The problem is it doesn't really fucking work out that well. And we're getting them. We've recently had 54 Palestinians arrive on our shores. Students, apparently, all fucking middle-aged students, magically made their way through fucking Palestine, but I don't. Well, anyway, we'll get sidetracked.
Yeah. Sorry.
I personally never held a gun in my life. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think I could say the people on this boat, to a man and to a woman, are dedicated anti-war. They're actually the opposite of kind of gun-loving folk. They're all anti-war, human rights activists going back.
Yeah, why this straw man? Like, nobody mentions this fucking ever. It's like, so I don't even know why it's being addressed by Tadhg.
And this connects to the second bit of slander you hear about people on this boat, and boats like it, is that we're just in it for the clicks. Now, I'm the only one on my phone, really.
Right, so again, I didn't make that accusation. I don't think or maybe we did. Did we somehow kind of work it in that, no, I don't think we, or if we did, we would have said that, no, that he genuinely has an interest in Gaza. And
I give him that benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
So what I'm saying, so there's that second misconception that people are only doing it for the clicks.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least he's had that accusation laid at his doorstep at some stage for him to be bringing it up, that you're only doing it for clicks, But he did say that nobody really even has a phone with them. Like, the only person who has a phone there is him. So, he's right to draw our attention to the misconception. So 99.9% or 99% of the people on the flotilla are not doing it for likes and clicks because they didn't even bring their phone. It's just Tadhg who's doing it for likes and click because he's the only person who brought his phone. Not only did he bring his phone, he brought his DJI microphone.
Man, you know what, it would be fucking hilarious when the Israelis board the boat and they bring them to, whatever base, and one of the soldiers looks at it and says, that's cool, man. You want to see something funny that we have? Yeah. People who know will know.
Yeah, I think as well, but I wouldn't even be wearing that. Given the trickery of the Jew. There's probably plastic explosive in every one of those DJI.
Yeah. Oh my
receivers.
God.
So
Yeah.
who's using them? Most people use are journalists.
Yeah. If they'll do it to fucking the Lebanese citizens, just ordinary civilians, they'll do it to us.
Yeah. And again, a pager, they did it with the pagers, walking around with this, they get a notification. Whatever Department of Defense is looking after the monitoring of people like Tadhg. Yes, he's live now. He's away from a crowd. Okay. Set off the explosion and boom, his head just burst into 1,000 pieces of confetti.
Like scanners.
Yeah, during a live stream as well. Most successful live stream ever. County Gaines raging. He's only kicking himself. He didn't come up with the idea. Didn't think it through to its logical conclusion.
Most of the other people are not really particularly interested in social media at all. I mean, I'm not that interested in it. I just kind of use it as a tool. But
a tool to extract money from unsuspecting individuals.
It's very hard to get your head around somebody with maybe 500 or 600 followers on Instagram, someone who uses it once in the blue moon, going on a trip into one of the most dangerous places on earth to get more likes on Instagram. It just doesn't check out, I suppose, when you've met.
It would, if, they were posting about it on Instagram because, 600 subscribers or whatever on Instagram is nothing.
Why does this bother them so much, though?
Yeah, it's it's just like County Gaines, like protesting too much.
Yeah, that's like really
dedicated human rights activists that I have met over the last few days. So if we're not gun running and we're not doing it for clickety clicks, why are we doing it? Are we just insane? I think in a way we are. I think collectively activists are insane.
That's all we need.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
Oh, here we go. Here it comes.
Oh, insane with grief. Oh my God. I thought maybe, he was touching on, like, he's always coming so close to realization and then turning away from it.
Yeah. It's like, are we sick? Yes, we are deeply sick with love for our fellow man.
Grief with disbelief at the state of the world that we are at a moment in our history as a species that a bunch of civilians have to give up weeks of their life to hit the seas.
You don't have to give up weeks of your life to hit the fucking seas.
But hang on. He's talking about himself and his friends, not the people who are starving en masse.
Yeah, I know. Do you hear what he's fucking saying? Like,
wow,
to think that the likes of he and his fellow has to be forced.
That kind of sounds like white privilege speaking there.
Oh, today. Yeah. To suffer the indignity of having a paid expenses holiday and experience and story for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah.
To have to suffer that indignity.
Oh man, can you believe, like, if he like was like, hey guys, check this out, this cool video I made, and they were like, dude, that's so racist, man.
Yeah.
You're beyond fucking help.
Oh, Tadhg.
Get to Gaza because the Western governments won't do the bare minimum of
Oh,
just
fuck off. You do plenty. Bare minimum.
sanctioning a rogue state and saying this is a man-made famine, open the borders, let the aid in. Do you know? Like, we're not transporting guns, we're transporting baby formula.
Ew. Ew, yuck. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I know.
And what would you mix it with, by the way?
I know. They should be exporting big tittied women over there is what they should be doing. Boat full of wet nurses. They get past the fucking flotilla, let me tell you.
Try and get baby formula in to Gaza because the doctors, Western doctors particularly, are not able to smuggle in baby formula. Have you ever encountered anything more?
Like, what are they supposed to, like, eating it in bags? Is it like in condoms or something, and
It
swallowing
was like,
baby form and
I mean, like,
shitting it out?
I don't think these guys have thought this through. How are you preparing the baby formula?
Despicable than that. So, you know, when people say, like, well, why are they doing it? It's all ego, it's all clickety-click, it's all, they're just lunatics. You know, actually, we're just ordinary people sick to death of the Israeli bullshit and just so heartbroken and deeply, deeply angry at our own government's inability to take any meaningful action.
Okay, sorry.
And so we take
I know.
the action ourselves,
man.
and it's beautiful. Sight of
It's pointless. Like, the Irish government could send over a couple of boats to go, you know, into international waters and then have the Israeli army face them and then have them turn back around and go fucking home. Because that's it. The Irish government can do nothing.
Well, I mean, you know, like, it's not necessarily true. I mean, you know, there are things being done, but it's, you know, if anyone could be accused of doing things for, you know, prestige or attention, then it is the fucking politicians who are even, you know, shouting Palestine, 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 because they're just drawing it out. They're not really doing anything definitive. Like, what could have be done is, the thing is that we are the Israel is the second or third largest source of imports into Ireland. Like, that could be ended tomorrow, you know. And you know, like fucking actual apartheid back in the day, the world could just say, you know what? No, we're not allowing this. We're not subsidizing this anymore. Get your act together. But that's not happening because, you know, it's all just a pantomime. It's a theater, as opposed to giving a shit about people. But you know what? Pagina there in the chat says, you know, what about the Irish people? He doesn't care about that. And we, you know, that is valid fucking criticism that's leveled all the fucking time against these people, and it's fucking true. Everyone seems to be a fucking actor. You know, just acting out a fucking play, whether it's a white person, oh, I'm so racist, or black people of color saying I'm so superior. It's all just fucking shite.
And that's the problem, because nobody actually says what the fuck it is they're feeling. Because, and just with this example, there is no fucking way in the world that a sane man can sit on a boat with 5, 10, 15, 20 other people and have it laid at his plate that somehow he is less of a human being because he's not dark enough. That somehow he can't feel the same as these people of darker complexions feel. You know what I mean? It's fucking bananas, like. And what he's doing on a boat with those guys is a fucking mystery to me. And he's right, like, it seems he couldn't give a flying fuck about what's happening in Ireland. Because he's on board with it, because he doesn't see the world in terms of Irish people. It's oppressor and oppressed.
Yep.
For Tadhg. So when he sees a Palestinian, he sees an oppressed person. When he sees someone in Dublin at a far right rally, let's call it, he sees an oppressor, and it's that fucking simple. Like,
or even worse, a fucking a child on the street of Dublin eating their dinner off of a fucking paper plate. You know, that to him, in his mind, in his ideology, you know, that this is a privileged person. Should be happy that they live on the street and get anything at all.
This movement growing is something to behold, and it's never too late to become part of it. So keep an eye on our mission. Chucky our law, agus Sept in Palestine. Hi guys.
Oh no, we can't do that again. All right, that's Tadhg out of the way. Thank fuck.
I hate how Free Staters say Chucky or law. That's
Yeah.
fucking. Oh God, provisional fucking bullshit, man.